I just didn't feel like it was right. And that was probably one of those things where I was like, no, I'm not going to conform to it. I'm not going to give in to it. So why is it that in other situations I do? Because we start to think about that gut feeling and it's like, is it anxiety? Is it my previous conditioning? Is it just a little bit of lack of self-worth that might be coming into that? Probably not. That gut feeling, those dead butterflies or those butterfly feelings, you know exactly what those are. When they come up, it's because something energetically around us is off. Alrighty, legends, welcome to another episode of the Interchange podcast. And today it is another solo episode because I enjoyed the one around habits so much, I thought I'd do another one as well. I've pretty much done these ones back to back, although they will be released apart from each other. Now, today I'm going to talk about the week that I've just had to a certain degree. I'm not actually going to talk about the week itself, but I'm going to talk about a lesson that I really learned from this week. And that was around intuition and trusting your gut instinct. So there's been multiple times in my life where I've been given warning signs that something isn't quite right. And it comes down to the gut feeling. So feeling a little bit off, feeling a little bit uncentered, feeling a little bit uneasy, whether it be around certain people, whether it be around a certain situation, whether it be around anything at all. Maybe even a decision that I've made. But I'm sure that a lot of you guys can probably connect with this where you get this uneasy feeling in your stomach and you're like, something just doesn't sound right here. Something just doesn't feel right here. Well, I had this happen and this play out for me over the last week or so. There was a couple of things that just weren't adding up in a situation that I was in. And I thought to myself and thought to myself and thought to myself, and I was like, no, it's just you getting up in your head again. And it was around a situation that I was in with a person. And I thought to myself, well, in the past, you've always thought the worst because of your previous conditioning from jail and that sort of stuff. So just don't think that way. Anyway, so I let it go and it kept coming back up. It kept coming back up. I kept having this feeling. And then it took someone actually confirming it to me, for me to go, all right, well, I should have trusted my gut. Now, I'm not going to go too much further into that situation, but as far as it goes, when it comes to it, your gut will never lie to you. So they call it intuition, right? Let's unpack that a little bit further. So we'll look at the word itself. Intuition. So in is inside of us, and tuition is teaching us something. So in other words, our spirit or our energy or whatever it is inside of us is teaching us that there is something not right here. There is something off about this person. There is something off about this situation. We are in danger of some kind. There is something bad that's going to happen. And I've been in this situation multiple times. So there was times where I've had a gun pulled on me. There was times where I've been robbed by someone. There are times where I found myself in a situation where I was in trouble with the police because I went somewhere that I shouldn't have, even though I knew I shouldn't have. I felt like I shouldn't have. I've had this happen time and time again throughout my life. But I never listened. I never listened at all. And it's all well and good at the time until obviously it isn't. And it's great to reflect in hindsight and go, well, if I had done this and if I had done that, then things would be different. But the thing is, they're not. We can't go back in time. But what we can do is take the lesson from it, because I keep finding this same pattern repeats for me. What is the lesson I can take from this? Trust your gut. Trust your instinct. Trust your intuition. See, this is the thing. We get so closed off to this. We get so closed off to our intuition and that gut feeling because of the world around us. We get numbed. We get marketed. We get pushed into certain situations. Another great example of this was the COVID epidemic. With everything going on around the world, I had a gut feeling that something wasn't quite right, and there was something just didn't add up. Even with all the media, with all the bullshit that was going on around the world, I felt like there was something off. So I didn't end up getting my jabs. 100% did not. And if you did, good on you. I'm not an anti-jabber, but for me personally, hey, hello. Sorry for interrupting your podcast, but I just wanted to quickly jump on and tell you about the must-have personal development tool for 2023, and it's called the Happier, Healthier You Journal. So I'll take you back to about 6 years ago. I'd just gotten out of jail for the last time and was starting my journey of personal development and growth. There was heaps of gurus, heaps of information available, but so much so that it became confusing. So I came up with the Happier, Healthier You Journal to help you to navigate what can be an absolute minefield. From the very get-go, you open the page and it'll challenge you to dive deep with self-assessments, daily activities, and check-ins to figure out exactly where you're at, where you'd like to be. And then from there, the journal becomes the tool to help you to bridge that gap. So to get your hands on this, click on the link below and don't forget to use Interchange 10 at checkout for a cheeky 10% off. I'll see you back over on the episode. I just didn't feel like it was right. And that was probably one of those things where I was like, no, I'm not going to conform to it. I'm not going to give in to it. So why is it that in other situations I do? Because we start to think about that gut feeling and it's like, is it anxiety? Is it my previous conditioning? Is it just a little bit of lack of self-worth that might be coming into that? Probably not. That gut feeling, those dead butterflies or those butterfly feelings, you know exactly what those are. When they come up, it's because something energetically around us is off. So I'm going to ask you this. Think about one time in the last year or one time in the last 2 years, where it might be, where you've had that intuition pop up and something bad has happened. Has it been on a night out? Have you gone out knowing in your gut, you're like, oh, I don't feel right about this. And you go out and one of your friends got into a fight or one of your friends got stabbed or one of your friends got into trouble with the police or something. But you knew that you shouldn't have gone out. You didn't listen to that and you went out and then you ended up in trouble as well. Or did you get a gut feeling about, oh, I really, really, really shouldn't go and do this certain thing, whatever it might be, right? It might be go buy some drugs. And all of a sudden you're getting pulled over by the police. That gut feeling told you that. That's happened to me. That exact situation has happened to me multiple times. I didn't listen to my gut. Okay, let's give you another one. So you're dating a girl and she goes MIA for 2 weeks and you get a gut feeling. And then all of a sudden she pops up and says all the things that she needs to say to get you back in her arms. A few months down the track or a few weeks down the track, you find out something about her that you previously didn't know that's a deal breaker for you. And you've already invested all this time, so you're torn. You didn't trust your gut. You didn't listen to your gut. You knew something was off. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt again, but if you're liking what you see so far, don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends. Remember, all your support is really appreciated and I'll see you back over on the episode. But you didn't trust that instinct, that intuition. So this is the thing, when it comes down to intuition, it is never wrong and it will never lie to you. Fellas, and I've been in this position as well, you've cheated on a girl and she knew straight away. She knew something was off. She asked you what's up and you, nothing babe, nothing's wrong. Your girlfriend, right? Let's say you cheat on a night out. You pretend like nothing's up over and over and over and it eats away at you. It eats you up inside. I know this because I've experienced it. I've been on both ends of the spectrum there, on both ends of the stick. So, but they know. They can feel that straight away. Women are renowned for having crazy intuition and being able to read things like there's no tomorrow because they're more in tune with that energy. So fellas out there, that intuition, that gut feeling, it's not there for no reason. Start to listen to it. When it comes to making decisions, maybe you're going to buy that house and you end up buying the house, you get the finance approved, then something's wrong with it after you buy it, you didn't even realize. That car you're going to go look at, you go and look at it and it's too good to be true. Something in your gut's telling you, no, don't get it. But you do anyway. And then it breaks down the street. Your intuition is there to serve you because our body's only purpose is to survive. Intuition is part of that. It's our innate intelligence to help us and protect us from danger. Whatever that might look like, whether it's, like I said, getting arrested from police, getting stung with a big parking fine, getting that, once again, parking in the wrong spot and having a gut feeling that you shouldn't be parking there. If I ever do that, and trust me, I park in the wrong spot all the time, but if I get a gut feeling, I will move my car. I will move my car. So this is the lesson I want you to take from that, is that you need to start listening to that intuition because, like I said, it'll never lie. It's always right. A good friend of mine, Layla, I've had her on the podcast actually, so she's a healer, and she says, always trust your instinct, always trust your gut. It doesn't matter how good things look over here, what's going on over there. If your gut's telling you something different, take your gut's advice. Take that intuition that you're getting because it's coming from someone. The universe is trying to tell you something. We can get all woo-woo and all that sort of stuff if you want, but everything around us is energy. Everything around us is energy. So if there's negative intentions, negative energy, negative forces at play, and you're a positive person, you'll pick up on it. It's funny how you attract the right kind of people, right, into your life. Whatever you're putting out is what you bring back to you. So if something is sitting in a misalignment with that, it's like zzz, the spidey sense is tingling. Something's going on here, and you feel it. But then it's up to us to consciously act on that or to continue doing what we're doing. The universe gives us choices all the time, and it shows us these things through way of intuition. Now, I don't want to go too far into this because obviously, like I said, it was a personal issue that happened in my life recently, but it's something that continued to happen from time to time in my life. And the lesson is there because I haven't learned the lesson yet. It continues to pop up because I haven't learned the lesson yet. Same with when I was selling drugs. Kept getting arrested, always getting a gut feeling before I did. Didn't listen to that. Kept selling drugs. When I stopped, funny that, I stopped getting pulled over. I stopped getting in trouble with the police. All these things stopped. So whatever it is in your life that the universe is trying to tell you about, if there's a pattern that keeps repeating, it's on you to figure out what that is. But always trust your gut. Always trust your gut. And a lot of people get confused with this. They'll have something pop into their head. They'll have the intuition, then a thought will pop into their head like, don't go and do this. Or maybe you should go this way instead. And they just think nothing of it. That is the voice. If you like, that's God. That's the universe. That's whatever you believe in. I believe in the universe and the higher being and the great beyond, right? From where we are. I believe there is a higher power. I don't believe it's one man or two men or anything at all. I just think that the universe has a funny way of working, and the cosmos that we live in is always pointing us in the right direction, slowly guiding us, giving us signs, helping us to make these decisions. And if you buck that, the universe will answer back. The universe will answer back for something that might be a negative. But if you start to follow the path and the path that's been laid out for you, I guess, and that you've chosen is the right path, or you're in alignment with what your path is meant to be, the universe will reward you tenfold. So think about that next time you get that little spidey sense or that uneasy feeling. Something is about to go down. There is an energy mismatch at play, and something is about to happen. Whether it be good, whether it be bad, you can always feel the difference. So let that be the one takeaway from today, is that your gut and your intuition will never lie to you. Once again, like I said, the body's only purpose is to survive. That's its sole goal overall, is just to survive. And so if there's something that's going to put that survival at risk, your body will pick up on it before anyone else does. Your energy introduces you before you enter the room. So start to listen to that gut, start to listen to your energy, and start to listen to that intuition, because it's there for a reason and it's telling you something. Don't ignore it. I'll see you on the next episode, guys.